Good evening, good morning, if you're watching the replay. Yeah, another episode of me talking my shit. Man, yo, my apartment is messy. I got called out for it recently. And I take full onus. I'm a busy genius at work. They say geniuses, we have messy handwriting and probably have a messy crib because, goddamn it, we doing a lot of shit. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and get on my Sunday morning thorough cleaning. I know you're supposed to do it for the new year. Happy New Year. I know I shouldn't have went into the new year like this, but goddamn it, I put out like 10 videos last year, maybe. I've been on like 20 features. I put out multiple albums. And I'm already 2 albums ready for 2024. I just shot a video for my next joint. You know, I want to work on this video. I got the footage and everything. But I said, let me show my YouTubers some love. Shout out to my subscribers that strictly follow me on here. Some of y'all follow me on here and I feel like y'all don't follow me nowhere else. Shout out to y'all. So feeding y'all more of my life. Hopefully inspire y'all. Hopefully educate some of y'all. In this weird ass world we live in. Feel me? Love bombing. I want to talk about it. Yes, more stories about women, goddamn it. It's a epidemic of dating stories from hell. First of all, shout out to the goofy bitch that owes me $500 and blocked me. You know, I open my heart to the wrong people. And I try not to let it get in the way of the future good people that will come into my life. I understand that, like, yeah, you can't let experiences from bad people, shitty individuals that we accept into our lives, get mess it up for other people. And then we end up generalizing. And, you know, that's what I want to avoid. Did she love bomb me? Kinda, maybe. But it's interesting because I want to talk about, did I love bomb somebody before also? But I was recently love bombed. I was damn near attacked. This woman, I'm not even going to talk about this particular situation. You might be watching. It's whatever. I understand we all need psychological therapy. Some people don't believe in it, but it shows, you know, because in a matter of 2 weeks of me talking to a woman, this crazy motherfucker ended up putting hands in my face, like doing all of this in my face. And I'm just like, yo, some women really don't understand how dangerous and toxic they are. And like some men will beat the fuck out of you for doing stuff like that. I mean, if a man did that to me, that's just like, that's initiating a fight, in my opinion. And I be fighting. I fight. I spar all the time. I know how to fight. And if a man does all of this to me in my face, it's like, that is the first punch. You might as well, because that's threatening. And I was threatened recently, but I'm not even going to get too deep into that story because it's not even worth it, honestly. And I've been love bombed a few times. So I just feel like I'm starting to pick up on the patterns and see, like, damn, this has happened to me a few times. So, stages of love bombing. Here we go. Idolization. The first stage of love bombing is idolization, where your partner idolizes you in the name of flattery in order to gain your trust and affection and to gain power in the relationship. Some years back, this was definitely pre-pandemic. meet a random woman off goddamn Tinder. My dumb ass need to get off these apps. I keep meeting weirdos on these apps and I just keep going back to the apps. Why? I don't know. Maybe I need to like get off my shy shit and just talk to the woman on the train. But then these women be acting real funny sometimes when you talk to them in public. And I guess I don't like to be embarrassed, but you got to shoot your shot. And I'm tired of meeting smelly bodied women off of the dating apps with pretty faces. But besides that, met this woman off Tinder. I don't even know if I told this story before, but this was my first experience really recognizing love bombing. And it was hot and heavy immediately. She was slutty just the way I like. And maybe that's also my problem. I get too physical. I allow the physicality to happen a little too fast. I'm gonna have to really start probing these women, and I can't just be putting my meat in every pretty face that smells good and seems to be good vibes, because the way I be putting it down, I'm trying to drive you crazy. So it's like, what the fuck do I expect when it's like, and I'm fucking you like that, and so anyways, I'm not gonna say and act like I'm Mr. Marcus or some shit, but I love pleasing. It's like the way I perform on the stage. I want to perform and make you really feel me and make you really be like, damn, this nigga is nice. You know, that's the same way I am in bed. If sex was a weapon, the way I shoot meets your death in less than 8 seconds. So got hot and heavy fast. Mind you, I'm talking about pre-pandemic shit, y'all. Not talking about nothing recent. And she was really pretty, slutty, and smiley, just really smiley, cheesy, lighthearted, and loving. But the first red flag that I ignored was her. She heard me one time say I like pecan pie or peach cobbler or something, because one of my father figures, rest in peace, used to make peach cobbler on Thanksgivings, and you know, she knew I liked it. And I want to say within 2 weeks of knowing me or something, my birthday came up and she brought me peach cobbler to the party, surprised me. And I'm like, this is a lot of effort, a little bit too soon. And I'm also wary, like coming from Jersey, we get wary of love. People be setting you up. They act like they're your friend. And I always get a little wary, but then I fight going back and forth. Like, am I being too paranoid? You know, and also being someone that came from a neglected childhood. Love, like I want love. I yearn for love, but I also yearn for real love, because I've experienced a lot of fake love. With what appears to be love, but it's just really situational, really just it's just not real. I've experienced a lot of fake shit. So I tend to open up and I just want to melt into love. And this woman made me a peach cobbler. I'm like, damn, like, you really thought about that. Like, you really, you know, you went in, but it was so soon. That was the first red flag. And she was just perfect. The idolization, first stage of love bombing. She just worshiped the ground I walked on. Always came, it was coming to me with good vibes for about the first 2-3 months, just idolizing me, treating me like a king, topping me off all the time, doing all the things I like, letting me be a man, letting me get my say-so. All right, let's go into stage 2. Devaluation. Once a partner feels they have your trust, they start to manipulate or devalue you, especially when you're away from your support system. This is meant to increase their own self-esteem by putting you down because of their need to feel superior to those around them. Devaluation. I want to say the first thing that like really took me aback was we were supposed to go to a first Saturday party. This was the weirdest argument I've ever had, one of my weirdest arguments I've ever had with a woman, and that's why I'd never forget this day. It was a first Saturday party for my Brooklyn folks. Y'all know what that is. Crazy ass party at the museum. Beautiful black people. It's always a dope vibe. Huge event that that be happening in the summertime. And we were supposed to go to the party. She works all day on that Saturday or whatever. And God damn it, I work 24/7. If I'm not doing my 9 to 5, like, my shit don't stop. I'm shooting videos on weekends. I'm editing. I'm mixing. I'm submitting. Like, everybody knows how I get down, how busy I am. She knows it. She idolized me. She loved Passport Rav and supported every aspect of my life. She understands how busy I could get, and I love to cook too. So anyways, I said, all right, I'm gonna make some jerk chicken so we could have something to eat before we dip out. I texted her and I told her, I said, yo, I ain't get a chance to cook. You may want to eat something before you get over here, or we can catch something when we go out to the spot. Communication, being upfront, I'm a man of my word, and I hate not being about my words. When I say something, I'm gonna do it. I'll be like, I'm gonna do this. But I communicated and said, listen, I didn't get a chance to make this jerk chicken. I'm thinking nothing of it. This crazy motherfucker comes to my crib. We're not even going to talk about the hygiene issues I had with this woman. This woman was pretty and just fucking rank. And I didn't notice it at first. I didn't see it. I didn't really peep it. Maybe I was blinded by the love bombing. So she gets to the crib and energy is a bit like, okay, just got from work, tired, whatever. And then I just seen the look. It's like a snap that shifted in her eye. And she was like, you didn't make chicken, huh? And I'm like, no, I didn't get a chance. Like, the chicken didn't defrost in time. I didn't even get to defrost in time. You know what I mean? And she was just like, I just seen this evil look in her eye, just like, wow, like, you just really didn't make that. She really made a big deal out of the fact that I didn't cook for her, even because I said I was, and started fucking kind of blacking on me, spazzing on me over this chicken that I didn't cook. And that was the first instant of devaluation. Not a blood cleat, rank, dirty. Yeah, man. And that was the first instant. Shout out to Rugi Hauser. Peace. That was the first instant of I was like, all right, here we go. It was too good to be true. Because you put me on this pedestal, you idolized me. But the moment I didn't give you what you expected, she flipped out, like, arguing with me, had my blood pressure going. This happened to me a few times in life. This happened to me a few times with women that idolize and devalue you. They put you on this pedestal. They act like you're the greatest thing that ever happened to them. They realize they ain't ever meet no man like me. And then the way they would switch that up into I'm the enemy now. How do you get there? How do you, do you not get to know me? And I think, that's a part of the rushing stages that's the first red flag, when they're rushing to be in a relationship with me, rushing to act like I'm the shit and act like, oh, I'm this perfect man for them without getting to know me. And that's like the first red flag of just trying to control me, trying to get on my good side. And, I don't know if many men even talk about this, because it's normally I feel like women talking about the narcissistic men that abuse them, love bomb to get the pussy, which is something I don't need to do. I don't do that. I don't need to play some game. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you're with it, you're with it. And if you want to, and we're in the good, if we're vibing, then yes, I love to fuck. But I'm not going to play some game and act like some way and then change up after we have sex. Just it is what it is. I think, naturally men do change after sex. People change after sex, but It's not a game. It's not something I'm doing with a goal in mind. Manipulation. And I feel like a lot of women talk about being the victim, but what about the men out here that get love bombed? And for a dude like me, man, like I didn't get a lot of love growing up. So I feel like women might sense that and use that against me, you know? And they don't give a fuck about you. You know, this last one I was talking to, I told her my story. I'm like, listen, I just want to be heard. I just want somebody, like, I don't want to be nobody's therapist, you know? It's like, and I've never had people in my life that truly listened to me, that truly like heard me out. And I'm just like, I just don't want to be over talked. It's a pet peeve of mine. And like, they were literally in one ear, out the other with your pain. People don't give a fuck about your pain and what you've been through. You can sit there and tell them, and it's like, you think you're having a heart to heart and you're thinking like, oh, this person might see what I'm dealing with and actually not take advantage, but that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to use everything that you say against you. Last 3 relationships been that way. You feel me? It's like they idolize you, they put you on this pedestal, and with the same mouth they suck you off with, they will spit on you. And for me, I try not to do that. I try not to jump to conclusions, and just because, oh, this person's acting one way the first 2 weeks, the first 2 months, the first 6 months of knowing this person, I want to see this person when they're upset. I want to see how they react, because one thing for sure with me is I promised myself I will never get physically abusive with a woman. The moment I feel like a woman is threatening me in any physical way, doing all this ghetto shit, putting your hands in your face, egging you to fucking react, and like doing all this, I'm just like, I'm gonna walk away. You'll never fucking hear from me again. You'll never get this good shit over here again. 6 foot, 6-figure nigga. Like no. I'm a top percentile man you don't meet every day. And yeah, nah, whatever. I ain't trying to show off, but it is what it is, yo. These broads be trying to like act like just like they're full of themselves, you know. They be full of themselves. And not all of them, because again, I'm not going to get to that point of generalizing all these women and acting like they're all the same, because they're not. There are good ones out here. I just keep meeting bad ones. So what they say, the third stage, this shit is real, yo. You got to really study this shit. You have to study what these women, people, relationships, put you through. Discard. As the name suggests, this stage of love bombing is when the love bombing partner loses interest in the relationship and leaves and discards their partner. The stage can be particularly devastating, even if there was narcissistic abuse in the relationship. No one likes to feel discarded. I'm not going to say I have been discarded, but not from like I did the discarding in those situations, because like, yeah, once I see that I'm not being treated right, like I don't care how good the top is, I don't care how good the pussy is, I don't care about nothing. You're not treating me like the motherfucking king that I am, and I'm not no simp, and I'm not no sucker, and I'm not going to stick around and be mentally abused by a woman that doesn't understand how conflicting it is. I'm a 6'3", 257-pound man. If you make me angry and I do anything with any type of aggression, I will hurt something. I will break something by accident. Why would you want to piss me off? Why would you want to get on my bad side? And it's a setup, you know. This is how men get accused, sometimes wrongfully, and sometimes we react. We react to these toxic situations we put ourselves in. Me? Nah, I'm discarding. I'm out. I do the discarding. And I'm not sticking around nobody that's going to potentially put me in a situation that's going to get me locked up and be labeled an abuser. You know, the same chick who was putting their hands in my face recently was talking about their abusive ex, and I'm like, I've only known you for a couple weeks and you've already done abusive shit that could have gotten me in trouble in public, mind you, in a public setting, you know. And I have no choice but to walk away and back down. Because again, I refuse to be that man that ever beats a woman in any way. And then let's see what the homie Rugi's saying. Right, I was just in Florida last week in my yachty. Grandma told me to stop telling these females your hardships because they don't give a fuck. They're gonna use. Yeah, nah, grandma is right, yo. That's sad but true. It's sad but true, man. I be having the urge sometimes. I feel like I don't have a lot of people in my life to talk to. When you're up high up on a road to success, the higher you climb, the less people you have around you that can relate. The less people are going to be happy for you. So I don't have a lot of people that I can just talk to. I don't have family. I don't have any relatives that I can. Maybe my nephew. I have a nephew that be happy for me that I could talk to. But other than that, there's literally no one that I can just talk to and share my stuff with. And that's what therapy is for. That's what talk therapy is for. I've been through 5 years of talk therapy. Might be time for me to get another therapist, but I've done some of the work, and it's like this weakness that they kind of see that they take advantage of. And I don't know if, again, I can only hope that all women aren't like this, but all people, because men too, it's like, I want to share and hopefully share points that we can relate, and I can show you, hey, I relate. But honestly, like homie said, they just gonna use it against you, yo. Yeah, nigga, that's why you ain't got no family. That's why, yeah, nigga. The moment you do something that they don't agree with, they will literally, they'll say, oh, you're such an alpha. You're such a strong alpha man. And I just, and then the moment you do something they don't like, you ain't no leader, nigga. Your crib is dirty. You need to use GPS. You looking at GPS. You ain't no leader, nigga. Where you taking me to? That shit is whack. Because I want a friend. I want my life partner to be a friend also. And friends should be able to be vulnerable with each other and not get their hardships and their trauma used against them. Niggas will literally use your trauma against you. No matter, they don't care. They don't care what you've been through. No one cares. No one cares what you've been through. Your whatever, death, hardships, breakups, nothing. No one cares, bro. No one cares about you. I'm not gonna say no one, but most people. Most people don't care. They're either happy it happened to you, what they say. They're either happy it happened to you or they just don't care. So then I say all of that to say it made me think about, I always reflect back and put onus on myself. I always try to figure out what did I do wrong. I definitely know that as far as women, toxic women that I accept, I'm a sucker for good sex. I'm a sucker for a beautiful woman, and I love pleasing. I love performing, and I'm just like, even with this last one, I was hesitant. I was like, nah, we shouldn't, but she was a baddie, and I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it. And in my head, I'm like, she's a little off. But I did it anyway because I love that shit was good. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. It was passionate, and that be the ones to be the toxic, passionate, fucking fire signs, goofy bitch that owe me $500. Fuck you, yo. Like, that's my price to get you out of my life. Keep that money. I don't even want it back. I hope you find a nigga half as worthy as me. Real talk. I'm not even the type to be bitter. I just want people to get help. I truly mean that. I don't wish you fall off of a bridge and fucking die. It's just like people are hurt. I can't help. Sometimes I'm like, I'm a sucker. Like, I'm a sucker for real. Like, I can't even wish bad on people. I just can't. It's just not in me. I'm not a petty, spiteful. I don't claim to be a Christian, but I think there's some Christian thing in me that's just embedded in me where it's like I can't even I literally pray for my enemies. I literally like hope you get over your hurt and get to a level of healing, and maybe you will feel remorse, but I'm usually not the type that's going to directly make you feel the remorse. Like karma is real, God is real, in my opinion. The universe will do its thing, because Lord knows, like, I have good intentions with all of my moves at this big age of mine. Anyways, I took a nap. I feel like my brain is on fire. So I think about myself and have I done this? And I think about, if y'all really been watching my stories, I think about the woman that ripped my heart out, that lives around the corner from me. And I was like, did I love bomb her? Because the part of love bombing is kind of ignoring boundaries, and the person will be like, hey, so with her, she straight up said she divorced her last man, or called off the wedding. She's not looking for anything serious, and I just couldn't help it. I mean, I made a song about her, for those who are really my fans, on Windows, called Indonesia. Said, I want to take your ass to Indonesia first time I seen you. And I did started falling for her. I don't know if she was manipulating me on purpose, but I know at first I was definitely falling back. I was playing it cool, like, nah, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever fucking kissed. 'Cause that's all we did. And I wanted her so bad to be the mother of my children. And I might have said it to her. I'm like, we have this big age, bitch. You in your 30s. Like, you what you doing? It's like, I finally meet somebody that I really, really want, and maybe I did come too hard. Maybe I was going too fast and ignoring the boundaries, because she said she wasn't ready for a relationship. And I wasn't trying to get into a relationship, but I was doing relationship things. I was sending her love songs and playlists of music that reminded me of her. And I'm like, did I do the love bombing that time I got my ass hurt? Because she hurt the fuck out of me when she cut me off. But, we live and we learn. I think everything as humans that we judge on other people, we've also done it. I truly believe that we're all a little hypocritical, for sure. And we just got to be real with ourselves. It's like, because, again, I've been love bombed by women, but truly love bombed, truly like without caring about my bound, like, chill out. Like, you just want to touch me and like hold my hand and be all over me. And I'm just like, yo, like, relax. Like, let's get to know each other, because you're doing all this physical, loving, lovey-dovey things, but you don't even know if you like me like that, and yeah, again, I think about it. I'm sure I've done things like this, especially with that one chick. Because she gave me the signs to fall back, and I just couldn't help it. I kept oversharing with her, like homie said, telling her too much about what I was going through, exposing too much about myself, and just trying to get close to this person that wasn't sure. Maybe she wanted to be at one point, and I turned her off. Maybe she wasn't into me. Maybe she just wanted to fuck, and my ass was like, I want to have 1,000,000 babies with you. I literally said that to her. And I never said that to a woman before, but whatever. We live and we learn. And yeah, yo, for my fellas out there, especially, I don't think I have any women subscribers, but for my fellas out there and future female subscribers, be wary of the red flags. Don't ignore your gut. I'm trying to break this habit in 24. Because my gut is 10 out of 10 right. I ain't gonna hold it. I'm not even gonna say 9 and play myself. Every time my gut has a feeling about something, that gut brain be accurate, and I try to change someone or overlook the red flags. For my people out there, don't ignore the red flags. Don't be desperate for love. Don't be desperate for sex. Don't be desperate for anything. What's meant to be will be. It will happen naturally and organically. It will feel right. It won't feel rushed. There's no need to rush into anything. Anytime somebody is trying to rush you to do something, that is a sign that something's off. Something's off. And they're playing some game. Nothing good happens fast. Watch the red flags. Don't play yourself, man. Have respect, have self-respect. Truly respect yourself. And I'm saying that to myself also. You know, I have a journey. I have my battles and my demons to deal with. And people will see this and try to take advantage sometimes, you know, and act like they really fuck with you, but they don't even know you. They don't even care about your boundaries or your pain or anything. So yeah, watch out for the red flags. Don't play yourself. Be strong. Be strong. Be vigilant out here. Shit ain't easy for nobody. But yeah, love bombing, y'all. Have you ever been love bombed? Leave some comments. Tell me your stories in the comments. I'm about to get back to working on this album. Probably edit this video. See where the night goes. Appreciate y'all tuning in, yo. Peace. Have a good one. Happy 2024.